out of the box, or out of the whatever I call it, we have, oh yeah, Jigsaw. So I want to say this was 10 years after this one, because I think the last one was filmed. 1 second, peeps. This one came out in 2010, so sorry, a 7-year hiatus from Saw 3D to Jigsaw. Let me put this back, yo. All right. Have I seen this movie before? Okay, technically I already watched it, but this is my first time watching it. Yes, it was. Is Jigsaw worth your time in 4K? Let's find out. Do you want to play a game? Chase Liaki here with a Futon reviewing Jigsaw. Do you want to play a game? What is this one about? It's a pretty simple premise. In the latest terrifying, so I'm not going to tell you guys this. Anyway, is Jigsaw back? Yes, no, maybe so. 7 years after the original. Technically, Jigsaw died in the 4th one. So this is about 10 years from the time he died. Is he really alive? Is he dead? Who are these new characters? Who are these new directors? Why does this look so much better than the other ones? Let's find out. So, did I like this movie? I really did. This is a fun installment in the Saw franchise. I thought the characters were great. The twists and turns were there. Some of the twists and turns you saw coming, but some of them like, ooh, maybe it could be that. And it does make you second guess of who some of these characters are, and I really, really dug that. I thought some of the traps were unique. I thought it was a gorgeous looking film. The barn setting really set the tone for this movie to be kind of like, you're kind of in this one location, but it's a big one-room location where you're in a big barn with a silo. You're in these closet areas. And even though, you felt like you have room, you're still kind of claustrophobic in this area. And I do think that's really good filmmaking, really good set design, and overall just a fun overall experience. You could say it is another far-fetched story because it is more of like now you're thinking, how many people survive all these Jigsaw traps? And so how of them were like, you know what? I'm going to help you from here on out. Because it really never goes to the stories where it's like, you've been saved. Fuck you, Jigsaw. I don't want to fucking help you. Like all those people that like get saved, I want to know their story of like, fuck this. I lost an arm. Go fuck yourself. And that could have been a good plot point for the 7th one, where the girl comes back saying like, I lost an arm. I have nothing to show for it. Or it was the 6th one as well. They're kind of blending together now. I'm so sorry. But that could have been a good one where it's like, I want fucking revenge. But it never really goes that route. It goes the route of, I've had PTSD. I fucked up. I'm sorry. And I'm going to help you. And I think the backstory of this one is one of the stronger ones. Because you have the detective one. Yeah, it's kind of like, I kind of believe it. Then you have Samantha's one. Or is it Amanda's one? They're like, yeah, I kind of believe that one as well. But this one is the most believable of this guy that's just down in his luck, or he just came back from a war tortured, and he really had a fucked up mistake way to do with Jigsaw, and I think Jigsaw realized that, and having that story really does play out. I'll say, though, the timelines of these movies now, though, are getting really fucking confusing. Like, you can kind of understand, it's like, okay, I think this one goes here, this one goes here, and this one goes here, but I think it could also go here, 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 here. So you're just like, okay, I think I understand that timeline. I really do. But then you second guess yourself. You're like, ooh, is that before the first one? Is that before the second, third one? Which I think this one is like the OG, like way before all the other ones. But then you really go into it because the first movie is so contained, where it's so simplistic of like barbed wire, burns, saw your foot off. But now we're supposed to believe that these were the only traps where it was so simplistic, but then all of a sudden it's like, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. It went to these sporadic spiral ones. It went through these all just crazy ass shit ones, which you're like, okay, sure, but not really. And that's where I think you kind of go like, you kind of had to like, just like, okay, I know that we're kind of going in left field, but I could understand and enjoy this left fieldness. And I kind of really did with this one. I think the acting's good. How the movie looks, it needed a departure from like the graininess of this and the fast pacedness. This one, even though it was a shorter movie, 91 minutes, but it felt like it felt right. It didn't feel rushed. And that's why I was kind of getting a little bit worried after like the 5th one, where you're starting to just get these rushed movies where it's like boom, 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 boom. While this is the same length, you still feel like, okay, I'm getting the story. I'm getting to know these characters, and it's enough for me to go, okay, I'm having a good time. So, when ranking these movies, okay. So we're on number 8. Number 8 is Saw Final Chapter. Number 7 is now going to be Saw 4. Number 6 is Saw 2. Number 5 is Saw 6. Number 4 is Saw 5. Number 3 is Saw 3. Number 2 is Jigsaw. And number 1 is the original Saw. Even though this Jigsaw one does give the run of its money for the first one, I truly enjoyed this movie. It felt right. It felt gritty enough. And the very ending is very satisfying when you realize who done it and what could have happened. It just felt, and that story with the mother. I think the writing on this one was probably the silkiest, smoothest of them all as well. So anyway, I need to give you my ranking, y'all. Jigsaw will receive a 4 out of 5 with Futon because at 80%. I truly enjoyed this one. Let's see what the critics' news scores gave this one, though. So critics a 32%. Audience score, though, an 89%. That I'm actually pretty shocked. So we have 91 critics to 25,000 audience. Critic consensus. Jigsaw definitely won't win many converts to the Saw franchise, but for longtime fans, it should prove a respectably revolting, if rarely scary, diversion. I have to agree. I enjoyed it a lot better than I thought I would. So, and apparently, though, the audience liked this one the most. So 89, 80, 32. Chase Scott here with the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. One more things, Futon, Toby. You Futons, have a great day. And I'll get to watch this tape tomorrow, week from now, month from now, year from now. I love every single one of you. And of course, the last one, Chris Rock, Samuel L. Jackson, the Saw franchise. What the fuck? Motherfucker.